Now, guys, your next comic coming up to the stage is, you know him. Some of you love him for some reason. He looks like he speaks German and not to minorities. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for John Gregory.
You guys mind if we change things up and I'm funny? Like Eric said, we're all a bunch of nobodies here, but it didn't take the rest of us 17 years to get there. Eric considers himself a professional comedian. The IRS considers him a dependent, but no, things are coming along well in his career. In 2016, he actually made enough money to cure his repulsive skin condition, vitiligo. Oh no, wait, there it is. Eric has two beautiful kids, which tells me they had nothing to do with his cum. Eric, look at you fucking hunched over in your jacket, man. David's right. You do look like the Hunchback of Notre Dame, but instead of Quasimodo, you're quasi-funny. Eric thinks any opportunity is his big break. He's hoping that someone here in the audience works for Comedy Central and doesn't know what funny is. Eric's got a lot of great stories about comedy. He claims that Carlos Mencia stole one of his jokes. Yeah, it's true. It's the one where Carlos is joking about being a 40-year-old loser who depends on his parents.
Good try. No.
No, I'm not gonna have this Brazilian midget have the last word. Give me a break. You look like when they're doing Planet of the Apes, someone drew you and like, oh, not bad. No, people have to be able to watch this. All right, that'll do. Okay. Mary's here. Mary Smith, everyone. All right, yeah. Mary recently quit cocaine, and when she told me the news, I was really disappointed because I thought she said comedy. Mary's a successful businesswoman, if you didn't know. She's actually got two of her employees here to laugh. Mary is living proof that you can be a successful woman in business without having a sense of humor. Mary has the state of New Jersey tattooed on her wrist, which is a really hip way of letting people know she has hepatitis. Since Mary quit cocaine, she wrote this joke about she's proud that her septum has gone from deviated to perforated. Meanwhile, her marriage has gone from separated to obliterated. But roast people, come on. David Martin's here. David Martin's good looking if you're into skinny twink faggots. David always, tonight, this is him dressing up. He always wears the same thing, it's skinny jeans and a black V-neck. He dresses like the gay, talentless Steve Jobs, David is so skinny because his only source of protein is Freddie Stebbins. One thing I do have to give David, though, he writes a lot. He's always trying new jokes. Hopefully soon he writes one worth telling twice. God, I'm ending strong as fuck on these losers. Okay. Is someone shoving the other mic up their ass? Where's Freddie? What's going on right now? Maybe turn that one off. Freddie Stebbins. Who would have guessed that the guy who gave George Michael AIDS would outlive him? Freddie is a professor at Miami-Dade College, if you guys were wondering why this generation is so gay. But Freddie is he's not your stereotypical gay guy, you know. A lot of gay guys are funny. Is Dan Weiss here?
Yeah.
Dan Weiss, I got a whole page on you, bud. Hold on. You guys, man, this is gonna seem anti-Semitic if you've never seen this set before, but Dan Weiss. You know, what's funny is Dan invited me over to his house, and the only way I would ever step foot in his house if I was leading a SWAT raid to bust up a child pornography ring. Dan, you look like a child molester who just shaved his mustache. Dan has a joke about feeding his cum to a baby, in case anyone here works for the FBI. You know when a kid goes missing for a couple years and they'll like do a composite, oh, this is what they may look like today. The way they come up with those is they have a police sketch artist sit in on Dan Weiss's set. Dan Weiss has kidnapped and murdered children. That is fact.
Boo, don't explain the joke.
Okay, guys. Dan Weiss is the most off-putting Jew I've ever met in my life. If the Holocaust was 6 million Dan Weisses, no one would give a shit. Now for the man of the hour, Louis. Let him hear it, guys. It's funny because like the first time when we were roasting Freddie, I made the comment that Louis got that great Die Hard 1 hair. But now I'm realizing it's more like Nick Cage in National Treasure. That's... You know, I spent so much time making fun of his hair that I neglected his double chin. That's, really got to me. No, but honestly, Louis like a funny guy when he's pouring me free drinks. Louis pretty conservative sometimes, which is surprising, because you're not one of those light-skinned Hispanics, Lou. That's... Lou wants to keep out all the other Hispanics who don't have this shitty taste in movies and pinky rings. You know, Lou, you do kind of have a big head, you know, like, I think if, like, you'd be the model for, like, the Legos bartender set, you know, like, Scarface suit sold separately, but you guys, you know, Lou is living, like, the American dreams, following his girlfriend out to California. Well, I mean, he's gonna be living off of a successful white woman, so I guess that's really the South American dream. Love you, man. I'm gonna miss you.
Keep it going for John Gregory, everybody. John Gregory. He really tried, did he? Yeah, he really did his best. You look like Ellen in transition. You understand that? That was you look like Jesus Christ. You're not as funny as me, though. That's okay.